Yo, what's up guys? MBG here. Thanks for taking time to check the video out today. In today's video, we're going to be talking a little bit about Days Gone and how it has been officially announced today by Sony that it is getting delayed until April 26th, 2019. It's being pushed back from its February 22nd release date, and this is a game I am pretty interested in. And I want to go over this information, and I want to talk about why I think this is a very good and a very smart move by Sony. But it says here that 2018 has been a banner year for worldwide studios with great games like God of War, Astrobot Rescue Mission, and MLB The Show, as well as other PS4 exclusive games, each of which demonstrate what makes PlayStation the best place to play. But the worldwide studios team is hard at work. We wanted to give you a status check on the next wave of innovative experiences from our studios. Each title is as varied as its hometown. So they list a couple of games here to give you an update on. The first game here is Deracine. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. That's release date is November 6, 2018. I believe that is a PlayStation VR game. I have no interest in that whatsoever, so I'm not even going to bother really talking about it. We have Concrete Genie. That release time frame is spring 2019, and they talk a little bit about that. Not really interested in that. And they have Everybody's Golf VR also listed for spring 2019. So yeah, the other game that I do care about here is Days Gone, and I think that this is a game that a lot of people are interested in, but they're just not sure how good of a game it's actually going to be. And it's a game that we've seen Sony talk about for a while now. They've shown a lot of this game, and I think people are just eager to find out, is this going to be good? Is Sony Bend going to be able to deliver with this game? Now, the reason why I'm interested in this is because I just love zombie games. But it says here, we want to share a change in release date for this highly anticipated title from Bend Studio. We recently decided to move the release of Days Gone from the crowded February timeframe to April 26th, 2019. While the studio is eager to see Days Gone in the hands of fans, Bend Studio will take the opportunity to further polish Days Gone. As PlayStation fans already know, Days Gone is an open-world action game set in a high desert or Pacific Northwest, traversing harsh landscapes. On their drifter bike, players must fight for resources as they attempt to survive broken roads, unpredictable weather, attacks from other human factions, infected wildlife, and roaming freakers, as they call them. I really don't know why they chose to call them freakers. Just call them zombies. That's what they are. Freakers just sounds dumb. But yeah, pretty much this is a good move. Like, I'm interested in Days Gone. I don't know how interested the entire PlayStation or gaming community is, but again, I love zombie games, and a lot of what I've seen from Days Gone has actually really caught my interest. I've heard a lot of people express their concern that the game's going to be kind of boring or underwhelming, or it just looks kind of bland. I don't know. I haven't really watched too much of it. I don't like to watch extended demos like that are like 20 or 30 minutes long of games. I just like to see enough to just to be able to tell, like, is this something that I'm interested in and I'm willing to give a chance? And I like to try to go in somewhat blindly, although it does kind of vary from game to game. But the reason why I think it's so smart for Sony to be officially delaying this game to April 26th is because of exactly what they said here. They want to avoid that crowded time frame of February 22nd, because for those of you who don't know, these are the games that were and most still are slated to release on that day. We have Anthem, which is going to be a big game. A lot of people are very excited for that game, and that's EA's new IP. It's made by BioWare, so a lot of people are very excited for that. And then we have Metro Exodus, which is another game that I think a pretty decent amount of people are going to be excited for and are eager to play, simply because the past games were very good and it just looks great, right? And then the other game we have is Crackdown 3, and Days Gone was slated to come out the same day as all three of these games. Now, this is great for Days Gone because this is a new IP, and it does seem like there are a pretty decent amount of people who are on the fence with this game. And I can tell you right now that if this game were to have still released on its original date, February 22nd, I don't know if it would have done that well. Not because necessarily of Crackdown 3, I'll talk about that in a minute, but mainly because of Anthem and Metro. I think a lot of gamers are already going to have a hard enough time deciding between those two games, because even if you choose to buy both of those games, that's $120 right there. So you're really going to up that to $180 for Days Gone, not to mention where you're going to find the time to play all three of those games. You know, so I think a lot of people were feeling very nervous about the release date of this game. A lot of people are still feeling nervous about February 22nd. I know I am, because there's still 3 games there that I want to play. Now, when it comes to Crackdown 3, I feel better now that, I mean, not that much better, because the truth is Crackdown 3 still has intense competition between, you know, games like Metro and Anthem. But the one difference between Sony, you know, trying to release it against those two games versus Microsoft is Microsoft has the advantage of Game Pass when it comes to Crackdown 3. Crackdown 3 will be releasing the same day on Game Pass, and anybody who's either subscribed to it already or who is willing to subscribe to it for even just a month for $10, they have access to Crackdown 3. And I can tell you right now, you know, maybe I'm wrong on this. I think the majority of people who were already planning on trying Crackdown 3 or giving that game a chance were probably already going to do so through Game Pass. So I think Microsoft may be aware of this, and that's why they're, you know, not really worried or concerned about, you know, this game Crackdown 3 releasing on the same day as Metro and Anthem. Sony would not have that. This is going to be a $60 game for Sony, and anybody who is, you know, thinking about giving it a chance, because again, it is a new IP, Crackdown 3 does have the advantage of being an established franchise, so there's already going to be that you know, established fan base that will support the game no matter what. You can't say the same about Days Gone. That's not to say that people aren't going to go out and support it or people aren't excited for it, but I think you guys understand what I'm saying. It just has that disadvantage where it is going to be $60. Sony doesn't have something like Game Pass where people can just pay $10 to access the game and give it a chance. So I think them doing this and giving this game its own room and its own space, very, very smart move. And I think that this may have, you know, this may end up being the difference maker between a game like Days Gone possibly flopping or actually having enough breathing room to where people are going to be looking for something new and something fresh, and they are willing to give it a chance. Now, you know, for me, it's great because I want to play all of these games, and this is a problem I have right now, and I'm clearly going to continue to have. I'm kind of overwhelmed with the amount of games I want to play, because when I play games, I like to really get into them. I try to extract as much out of them as I can, and the problem with that is by doing that, I run the risk of missing the launch of newer games that I'm looking forward to, and so I always have to decide, well, am I going to keep playing this game and really just get, you know, everything I want out of it before moving on to the next, or am I going to move on to the next and then have to go back to that game? What if I don't want to go back to that game because I'm enjoying the next one? I'm sure a lot of you guys understand exactly what I'm talking about, because that is a good dilemma to have. It's a good problem to have, but it is a problem nonetheless. And so this definitely spreads things out a little bit more. It's going to be interesting. If I had to choose between Anthem and Metro, oh, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, Anthem does look kind of cool, but at the same, you know, it's a BioWare game, but at the same time, I think Metro looks like just a, I think like with Anthem, not to deviate from the topic at hand here, but I think this is, you know, a conversation that a lot of us are probably going to have. I think Anthem, the thing about that is it looks a little bit like we're unsure if it's really going to be as good as we want it to be. But I think with a game like Metro, we know it's going to be good, and especially if you played the other Metro games. So it is established, and if you played the past games, you kind of know what to expect. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that one. I will be playing Crackdown 3 the day it comes out, simply because I will be able to access it through Game Pass. So that's such a great thing, honestly. I'm so glad I don't have to worry about that. Like, that's a game that I'm on the fence about, and I think most of us are on the fence about. Although I will say, I've been hearing really good things about Crackdown 3 from people who supposedly are able to play the game, or, you know, who are kind of on the inside and have seen the game. A lot of people are saying that the game has gotten a lot more polished than people may expect, and it's going to surprise people, and it's going to be great. And I hope it is. I know I've been hard on Xbox, and I may be on the fence with Crackdown 3, but I still want the best for it, just like I want the best for Days Gone. Days Gone just naturally appeals to me because I like just the entire premise of the game. I like zombies. I like killing zombies. I like games where you have to survive against zombies. I'm all about the post-apocalyptic games. So considering it's AAA, it looks like it has a big budget. Looks like, you know, now that they're going to be getting more time to polish it, I will definitely be looking forward to Days Gone. And again, I have to reiterate, this is a very smart move by Sony. Give a game like Days Gone its own space. It doesn't need to go up head-to-head with other $60 titles like Anthem and Metro. And, you know, the truth is, there probably are some people out there who would feel, if they own both a PS4 and an Xbox One, which game do they want more, Crackdown 3 or Days Gone? And who knows, maybe, you know, now people like me, for example, now we can just kind of have the best of both worlds. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for the video, guys. I wanted to bring this information to you, and I wanted to give my thoughts on why I think this is a great idea by Sony. I wanted to talk to you about why I'm looking forward to Days Gone. And at this point, I'm going to ask you guys to let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think about Sony delaying Days Gone? Do you think it's a good move? Do you think it's a smart move? If you don't think it's a smart move, let me know why. And are you looking forward to the other games such as Crackdown 3, Anthem, and Metro Exodus? I will be interested to see what you guys have to say. If you did enjoy the video and you enjoy my content, be sure to leave it a like. It really helps it out more than you know. And if you are new and haven't already, maybe also consider subscribing to the channel if you want more content just like this. But until next time, guys, take care.